One. Good morning, Fairview. I am your co-host, Erica Kelly, with Fairview Live, and I am here with a special edition of Fairview Live. I am with Courtney and Gary Wild here at Farm Bureau, and we are in between Nando's and going postal. They have no idea why I'm here, which is even more exciting because I randomly was like, can we meet here in the morning? And I really just want to take a quick minute to introduce you to Gary because we've met Courtney, but we haven't met Gary. So I want to do a quick shameless plug before we kind of get into it about how long you've been in insurance and how long you've been in Fairview.
Great. So we've been in Fairview about 20 years almost. And so I've been in insurance 14, been at Farm Bureau 10 this year.
Okay.
So yeah, this office was actually opened in 2014.
Okay.
So,
wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a good ride so far. Farm Bureau is a great company. We're the largest insurance company in the state of Tennessee.
Okay.
And we're the oldest insurance company in Tennessee. And Fairview has been a great community for us. There were years ago nobody would insure anybody in Fairview but Farm Bureau.
Yeah.
So we picked up a lot of generational business. So it's been great.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Good run for us.
So you were kind of talking about the company, and so here's your opportunity to give your shameless plug. Like, what makes Farm Bureau different, and like, what type of client do you think that you best help? So, what is your typical client?
Well, the greatest thing about Farm Bureau, again, it's a 100-year-old company. I mean, they are the largest insurance company across the board, from auto, home, life, and soon to be commercial in the state of Tennessee. We're the largest Farm Bureau in the country, actually.
Oh.
It's a great organization. It was founded in the Murray County Courthouse years ago by farmers who couldn't get insurance anywhere, and they just pulled money together, and that's why our home office is actually still in Columbia. We never moved it to Knoxville or Memphis or Nashville. It's very much a grassroots organization, but it's a great insurance company. Our motto is we're for Tennesseans, and we are for Tennesseans. You have to be a Tennessean to be part of the Farm Bureau and to have Farm Bureau insurance. So it's a great organization, and we try to do a lot to help Tennesseans right here at home. So.
Yeah, speaking of, one thing that I do know and I've always loved is that, like we talked about, Gary gives back so much to this community. Friday night lights are about to start again. I've got a couple boys on the field, so I might be a little impartial, but you do the Player of the Week, I think.
We do, yeah. We've been doing that for gosh, I don't even know how long now, but it's been a great thing. I enjoy it. I love football, but I enjoy just seeing the kids get excited when we hand out those game balls. It's a pretty cool thing, and it gives them something to just remember their high school years with. I run into a gentleman just a few weeks ago out here at the gym that he's like, man, I still got my ball from high school you give me. So he graduated like 5 years ago. So it's pretty cool. It's been a good thing. But there are other campaigns that's grown throughout the state. I think there's about 400 offices now that do a Player of the Week throughout the state of Tennessee. And, we really did a great job of kind of launching that here in the mid-state. And it's just very cool program.
So you were the OG of the Player of the Week?
I was one of the founding fathers. That's right. Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, I'll tell you my children's names. I'll tell you the player names later.
I know
Just kidding. Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Like I said, we got the pleasure of being invited out to Courtney and Gary's farm a couple weeks ago. If you were not on live or you did not get a chance to check it out, please go check it out. I think it was probably maybe a month and a half ago. But I wanted to give, one of the things that we talked about was your real estate business, of course, but then we also talked about a very, very special foundation that you have recently set up. And I thought that maybe if someone had not heard about it or did not know, about it, you could give just the viewers a few summary points of what it is, what the mission is, and why it's so important.
She's talking about the Noah Wild Foundation, and we set that up in honor of our son that we lost going on 3 years ago, coming up in August. And it is a swimming-based program, so we can reach children in the local community who need to learn about swimming lessons and water safety. And it actually provides scholarship for them, where we provide the funding so they can have that done. We have 2 instructors that are working with us this summer. And we're right now we have about 15 kids that we're going to be providing them with swimming lessons over the course of this month. So we're excited about that.
That's amazing. I know one thing you talked about was wanting to grow it, and you had a lot of aspirations of how you can get out there and touch, other people. And I just think it's amazing when you can take a personal tragedy and be able to turn it into something of serving others and honoring, the legacy of Noah. And so one thing I want to talk about real quick, I haven't ever told you guys what I even do or where I work, but, and I won't go into too many details, but I did want to tell you that I do work for a company called Flat Branch Home Loans. And so I'm on the actual financing side of the real estate business. But more importantly, the company that I work for has a division called the Giving Branch. And one of the amazing things about the Giving Branch is that we are fully employee funded. We are only less than 700 employees. So the fact that we have given over $5 million since 2019 in grants to people it's amazing. And what I really love about it is the whole point is that we keep the funds in our communities. So our employees fund it, and then we get the opportunity to put a request in for grants for individual causes. And so after we had our conversation and we got to visit at the farm and you told me about the Noah Foundation, I requested that we grant some funds to, I know, don't start crying because I'm going to start crying. And the amazing employees at Flat Branch Home Loans have gifted you a seed of $1,500 to the Noah Wild Foundation, and we know that it's going to do amazing things for the children and for the community, and we're so grateful for both of you and for all that you give back to this community. And I know it's not a lot, but I think that it can do a lot for people. So we're just really grateful to be able to give this to you, and I'm grateful to work for a company that gives back to communities and things that are very important to us. So yes, I just wanted to stop by and give that. I got the check in the mail. You can't cash this check. I don't know, maybe First Bank will cash this check, but we'll give you the real check. And I know that you'll put it to good use. And again, I'm just so grateful for all the contributions you guys have done for the community. And we look forward to continuing to serve each other. Yeah. And we still have another live coming up at noon, so don't forget to jump on. And again, if you know anybody, the Giving Branch for my company actually does scholarships. It also, if you know a family or a need of something like this, let me know. I'd love to, help anyone that we can. And I hope you guys have a great day. Is there anything about the company or about the foundation that you guys would?
No, I mean, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'm very honored and thank you. And we'll put this to good use. And that's what we want to do. We want to continue just to spread awareness of water safety. We want to continue to help children in the local community learn to swim and be safe around the waters. And thank you again for this.
You're very welcome. You guys have a great day.